Hi, I'm Caitlin Meyer.
And I'm Brooke Zilke. Today we're going to be talking about mental illnesses and the many causes of it.
Which is why I'm here.
So Caitlin, what factors do you think are biggest in terms of causing mental illness?
Well, for me, there's a big genetic component. According to WebMD, they found in a study that mental disorders are caused by abnormalities in the brain from improper nerve functioning. So if you have a family member with a mental disorder, you're much more likely to have one yourself. Thanks a lot, Uncle John.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Did you know that if you were abused in any way physically as a child, you're at a higher risk for depression and anxiety disorders, according to Time.com?
Brooke, weren't you, kind of shoved around and spanked as a kid?
Well, yeah, but I was a brat.
Don't you see a therapist? It's astounding how many people have a mental illness, but it's so taboo to talk about.
And a lot of people think it's important to talk more openly about mental illness, especially in the media nowadays.
It would help lead away from the stigma surrounding certain mental health disorders and therapy. 1 in 5 people with a mental disorder find that their needs for mental health care aren't met. And according to Mental Health America, 44 million people across the globe have a mental health disorder, and their needs aren't being met.
It's a little ridiculous. According to Mental Health America, there are 4 mentally ill people who need help to every 1 psychologist or mental health professional. While the number seems to be not all that bad, you need to realize that a large portion of the globe's population is mentally ill in some way.
Now, it is important to note that not all mental illnesses are caused by a social or genetic factor. A traumatic event or injury to the brain can also be the cause of this, according to WebMD. For example, PTSD is common in soldiers who were in battle.
I completely agree. Mental health isn't a joke, but it does help to make light of these situations, to make it easier to talk about issues like mental health.
You know what astounds me? How little people know about how mental health is diagnosed and what's used to do it.
I know Americans get a bad rep for being dumb, but I feel like some people on the street would know some general things about mental illness.
I highly doubt it.
Well, we know about it.
Yeah, but I have anxiety and you want to be a therapist. We should know about it.
I mean, that's fair, but we can test it.
Fine.
What is the winner?
I'm paying $50K for college. I'm too broke.
Yeah, okay, let's just go.
So, sir, have you heard of the DSM-5 before?
No, what's that? Some email band?
So, have you heard of the DSM-5 before?
The Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, edition number 5, which was revised in 2013 from DSM-4, which revisions began for in 2007, at least according to Recovery Answers.
Okay, what else do you know about it?
Well, the previous manual stated that there may be a possibility of naming autism as an obsessive-compulsive disorder, which is just whack. I mean, what was Psychiatric Times even think?
Okay, well then how do we
Classify mental illnesses and diagnose them? Well, they must be maladaptive and atypical, of course.
Have we seen you before?
No.
Alright, have you heard of the DSM-5?
What the hell is that? Some kind of email band?
Okay, what else do you know about the DSM-5?
Well, according to Recovery Answers, they changed a lot of the wording around because certain disorders, like drug abuse disorder, were changed from 2 categories to 1.
That's interesting, because that's exactly what I have written down here.
Overall, it's important to know about hot topics like mental illness and the way that they affect people.
Definitely. So many people around the globe have an illness, and it's not their fault, so becoming more educated on the topic is important, especially if it comes to laws that are made in support or against those with mental illness.
And mental illness has so many different factors, from social to genetic to traumatic events.
And scientific revisions of the manual, like the DSM-5, are important because they catch up with new research that explains more and more of how the brain works.
Overall, the DSM-5 is more accurate now due to these revisions and our ever-growing knowledge about mental illness. Previous revisions have not been as accurate in diagnosing Alzheimer's and substance abuse disorders.
And this knowledge and a couple of good friends who try their best to understand your situation go a long, long way. So Caitlin,
Yeah,
you know, whatever, also the day, right? No.
Action.
Now we know why you have anxiety. It's your friends.
Oh, I thought you were saying it's your face.
Oh. Raina, no one's hurting you!
Over, I can't feel my hands. Good switch.
Please, it's cold.
I know, Adam, we're cold too.
That's why I'm dancing.